Hello everyone, it's that time of the week again. Time for another episode of Bystanders. I'm Donovan, I edit the podcast and I play the character Donovan Halen. So let's get right into the shoutouts. Gwinn, Shady Cicada, Kevin Macleod, they all make music. We use their tunes for this podcast, they're all fantastic. We got the module, JoJoDND.com, go check it out if you want to learn what we're doing here. We have a Discord server as well, it'll be linked in the description. It's all fantastic. If you don't do that, I am going to, I'm going to put you in a dodgeball game with Damian Drake. Alright, let's get back to the episode.
Can't spell women without W. Anyway, welcome back to Bystanders.
Hello, welcome back to Bystanders.
Why is Jesus raising up my sister?
That's a great question. So, you all are relaxing, getting a good night's sleep after, the tournament, kind of the sparring match, and around 4 a.m., Damian Drake, your pager goes off.
This is not 2 a.m.
Pager.
I would probably already be awake at this point because I'm home, but that's alright.
I can't read, it's early.
It is from Detective George.
George!
Oh, now
Feels loudly to no one because of the
I'm
pager.
definitely awake.
Shh, Damian, I need you to be quiet right now. There's someone in my house.
Oh.
I've been getting close on the case, and I think someone's onto me. There's someone in my house. I don't know how Cop is doing. If you could send a team over here as soon as you can.
Yeah, page me your location. We'll be right out there.
Okay, yeah. And she sends you essentially the address to her house, and she's like, come quickly. I can evade him, but I'm not sure for how long.
Alright. Damien hangs up and checks his pager for the address, and then he is going to basically kick down his door, walk out into the hall, and knock on everyone's doors going, alright, get up everyone, we got something to do!
Donovan already opens up the door before you even knock it.
Mm-hmm. Jordan's in trouble, we gotta go.
George? Oh, okay, yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Hey guy, you wanna come with us?
Yeah, I'll come with.
Heading out?
Alright, let's head out. We gotta get there quick.
So, yeah, you
What are
all...
Are we taking the truck? What are we?
No, I don't have the truck anymore.
So it's you four and Guy heading out?
Convergence
I
van?
guess so.
We have another vehicle.
Conversion.
Yeah.
Yes, we have.
Alright.
Actually, we don't have the truck anymore.
Yeah, it's gone.
Guess we gotta get in the van.
Damien's gonna drive. It's a good time to drive recklessly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you all speed across town, get to the location. You arrive about 15 minutes after you get the call, I assume because you're still kind of tied up in shore for the sake of Courtney. So yeah, you all barrel down. You're able to get there within several minutes, and you see that there is some kind of red glow coming from the inside of the house.
That's probably not good. We wanna do this stealthy or quick?
Hold on. History. Oh, brilliant. That's a 10. Does this red glow coming from a house remind Donovan of any other red glow coming from a house?
I will actually say...
I rolled a 10.
What check do you use for that?
History.
History? I'm gonna say you're not able to quite tell with a 10.
Okay.
It's familiar somehow, that's all you can know.
We going straight in, or do we want to make a plan about this?
I don't know.
I mean, you know what I vote for, but like...
Right.
From the inside, you hear metal being rended open.
Okay,
I think we go in.
I think we should go.
Damien's gonna charge up and bust down the front door.
Donovan is very close behind.
So, yeah, you rush in and just bust down this door. And you all essentially look around and realize that you don't see anyone.
Is it glowing red within?
There is an ominous red glow coming from the back of the house, it appears.
I'm heading towards it.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's go.
Yeah. You all are heading
wasting up
towards...
0 time. The hawk moon is pointed up and ready.
No, you've got it prepared and ready.
Yeah, we gotta go.
What are all of your passive perceptions?
14.
10.
Passive? If I can find where
23.
I wrote that.
23. Okay, yeah.
In preparation, Damien's going to use just a habit on Blood Rain and have it floating next to him. It's just like floating ominously right next to him.
I've got a 23 thanks to enhanced stand senses.
Actually, you know what? Since we're doing this while we're in the house, how dark is the house?
The house itself is relatively dark. You're able to...
On a scale of D4 to D8.
I'm going to say this is dark enough that you can use your most powerful constructs.
Very good. Then as that happens, Back in Black's hand reaches out from the shadows. Let's see, what kind of furniture is around? I'm trying to figure out how to flavor this.
So it used to be some pretty nice furniture, as you can see, but recently it appears that some kind of powerful creature or opponent has come in and essentially ripped the place open. You can see that there's kind of this white fuzz that's everywhere. You can see that's inside of couch cushions. You see dents in the walls. You see splinters of wood everywhere, but not really any large furniture. At least out in this room.
Back in Black's hand reaches into the remains of a couch as he grips something, and then he just, since he grabs it, pulls it out, it's curved, he pulls out the curved form of a scimitar as he's going to hold that forward.
Ooh.
Curved Egyptian sword, I'm pretty sure.
You mean a khopesh?
A khopesh, right.
Okay,
Not
yeah, so
scimitar,
you...
a khopesh.
And you kind of pull it out and light the way.
Well, it doesn't. There's no hamon in it right now. I still have the gun. That's just for if I need to stab anything.
Okay, so you just got a blade. Cool. So
You wanted passives?
yes, I did. Okay. Donovan,
Yes.
you hear a sigh behind you.
A sigh?
You look around and you see. Okay, everyone here. All three of you are here. Where's Steve?
Oh.
Guy, Nikki, and Damien are still here. Steve is gone.
Hey, Wonder!
Steve's gone.
Where you at?
Do I hear him?
Wonder?
You...
We'll get to that.
We'll get to you.
Oh, no!
And, all of you kind of look around. You realize Steve is just nowhere to be seen.
Hey, Wonder. Steve, this isn't funny.
You're right.
Where you at?
You're right. Steve isn't funny. He doesn't know how to make a joke.
Damien, you get a phone call. Or your pager goes off.
If it's a pager, it's a message. If it's a phone call, it's a phone call.
Okay,
Steve?
I'm gonna say she calls the lieutenant phone in this case.
Okay.
Okay,
George!
I managed to get him and Cop out. I managed to get myself and Cop out of the house. Where are you guys?
Oh, we just entered the house. Steve went missing. Is he with you?
No, hold on. I'm gonna get Cop somewhere safe. I'll be coming back.
So out of all the NPCs, we took Guy with us.
Mm-hmm.
He can heal. I get,
He just got an upgrade. I wanted to bring him.
So,
and he was already up.
And
so
he
Damien, you kind of put down the phone, you look around at the group around you, and you kind of hear like a noise like wind rushing behind you. And you look around and you realize, where'd Nikki go?
Back to back, Damien.
Okay, so yeah.
Demon draws blood rain.
I thought it was floating next to you.
What? Yeah, he grabs it out of the air.
Okay.
Yeah.
So-
Both of Donovan's arms are on the hot moon, but directly next to, almost facing in between Donovan, is Back in Black, holding the khopesh.
Mm-hmm. And so all of you
So
kind of...
we can't see anything going on around us. They're just gone.
They're just gone.
You know what? I didn't need. Nikki didn't need to exist, actually.
You don't necessarily know where they are.
The mortal,
Is this Black Erasure?
Can I make an Arcana check?
Was they got rid of Stevie Wonder first?
True. Like, obviously, this is a stand ability, but I want to see if I can figure something out about it. I'm trying to figure out what my bonus is.
I'll actually give you advantage on this.
Okay.
Or actually, I'll say because Donovan is here, you have advantage on this.
Okay. +9. 16.
16. Okay, so you just come to the realization, you're thinking about stand users, ominous red glow, kind of the idea of like people suddenly disappearing, and
wait.
you realize who it is just as soon as you hear the ceiling above you collapse.
I think I know who it is. Oh no.
And so
Oh fuck! It's Hound Dog.
there's like the collapse of the ceiling. Every one of the Guy, Donovan, and Damien, all of you give me dexterity saving throws.
Oh, you.
Oh man.
Can I go for Guy? Okay.
Natural 20.
I
Damien knew it was coming.
I will roll for Guy. Guy gets fucking hit.
Damien
He goes
pieced
down.
it. Damien,
Like he doesn't go down, he gets knocked down.
Ooh,
27.
I see why you wanted the passives now.
Damien pieced it together just in time to perfectly dodge.
Yeah, 27. You are easily able to just get out of the way.
He was 27, I rolled a nat 20.
Okay, yeah, fantastic. Both of you
Oh,
completely
shit!
hold your damage. You're totally good. Guy takes a couple points of damage. You see Hound Dog kind of comes in and attempts to hit him, but just before Heartbreak Hotel makes contact, kind of narrows his eyes and looks over at Damien. And now that
Hey,
Hound
bud,
Dog
long
is here,
time no see!
you can see that there's a light coming down from one of the rooms to the second floor, and you see that Hound Dog has a new outfit. Rather than wearing a set of skins and furs of like dogs and wolves kind of things that he's typically wearing, Hound Dog now wears a massive purple dyed bearskin over a Vena black tux with red splotches on the shoulders that drip down into streaks across the fabric.
Oh dear.
Oh, wow.
Hound Dog looks around and kind of just smiles.
Hey, bud, long time no see.
Yeah.
Have you been? You kinda stepping on my friend there.
Oh, this one. Oh, I'm so sorry. And you see him just bring his foot down. And you see kind of the foot makes contact with Guy, and then you hear kind of a hissing noise. He kind of pulls back.
It's actually a really good thing we brought Guy.
Donovan,
Because Hound Dog's undead.
Donovan, who's remained ruggedly stone
Why do we
faced,
bring
smiles as and as he does, there's a little bit of teeth, and there's a little bit of steam that comes out with a slight crack of electricity.
I think we're actually kind of in an unfortunate situation here, even though might not seem like it. Anyway, here, hold this, and he throws the blood rain at Hound Dog's legs.
Okay, that's going to be... and he's going to use his reaction to use block, stand, projectile. Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
It's not a stand projectile, though.
Or sorry, block, physical projectile.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Nikki,
Ooh.
this is a pretty nice room.
He is using his... he is using Okago's arm covering his to throw it, and that is going to be 39.
Yeah, Heartbreak Hotel is able to come in and block most of it, but you see kind of hits into him. Just a touch. I would imagine you're aiming for the head.
I was aiming for his legs.
Or aiming for his legs. Sorry, did you roll 34 to hit? Or for
I
damage?
rolled a 39 to hit.
Okay, yeah, you absolutely, yeah, you're able to hit his head. Legs, absolutely.
Okay, let me roll damage.
That's that beat his stand AC. Because Bloodlane sure is a physical weapon.
No, you hit his stand, but you are able to hit the legs of his stand.
Right.
With blood rain.
It's a physical weapon, though.
Fuck, no, never mind.
Unless you're
It's the
allowing
stand.
Last Leaf to, like, imbue with stand energy, but I don't think we're doing that.
Not in this particular
Yeah.
case. Sorry, yeah, so you just... and you said you threw the sword?
Yeah.
Okay. So Hound Dog is going to kind of reach down and pick it up. Drop this. And then rush towards you.
I'm going to use Last Leaf to make it spin around in his hand and aim for his own arm.
Okay, go ahead and give me a... We're going to make a contested roll here. We're going to see if Hound Dog is able to keep it. Because right now, currently, Hound Dog is just carrying it around Heartbreak Hotel. So we're going to see if you can willpower Hound Dog. So go ahead and give me... You have calculating, yes?
Yes.
Go ahead and give me just a flat roll using your intelligence.
Using my intelligence.
And just add a 2 to that as well, because of calculating.
15. Do I get proficiency on this?
No, this is just a flat roll.
Okay, yeah, 15.
That's actually enough. You are able to kind of wrench it from his hand, and you see it sink slightly into his abdomen. Go ahead and roll damage on that.
Alright.
Ooh.
Nope! Off the keyboard, but that's the one place I don't want you to be. No.
Sorry, for those at home, we have a cat.
17.
17.
Slashing damage.
Okay, yeah, just takes it all.
I've got a few new tricks myself.
Cute. And you see that by the time Blood Rain kind of comes back to your hand, the wound has already kind of sealed back up and sutured itself.
That tracks. Right, I forgot about that.
That's
Good
right.
thing we have a few friends to deal with that.
they're dealing with that, right? I'm rolling stealth to have Back in Black in particular hide.
Yes, absolutely. Go ahead and give me that stealth roll. In the meantime, Guy kind of dusts himself off, and he runs back behind Hound Dog. and Heartbreak Hotel just backhands him across the room.
Cool.
You can see that there's like a little bit of like a singe on the back of his hand, and you see it kind of
37 for Black and Black to hide.
37 for Black and Black to hide.
Wow.
That is easily just gone. Damien, you are there, and then all of a sudden you aren't. So now it is just you and Guy.
Donovan's standing there. He has he's actually stowed at the Hawk Moon. He just has Fate Breaker, his umbrella out. This stand is nowhere to be seen. All right, Guy. I do not want your first undead to fight to be the scariest one, but
You hear him kind of stand back up as his ribs and spine knits itself back together, and he walks over to you.
hey, Hound Dog. How you been?
A lot better now.
Thanks for the help at base 1. Appreciated it.
Of course. I figured it was part of my civic duty to get rid of, well, the abominations. I'll be seeing you.
That's a lot coming. That's rich coming from you. Are you gonna give my friends back, or am I gonna have to pry them out of you?
Good luck trying. And
Gladly.
you see he begins to sprint out of the house.
Oh.
You can get a free attack off of him.
Except, Back and Black both and I, because I set up pincer attack.
There you go. Yes, both of you get to make an attack on him. Please do.
Yeah. All right. So Donovan is first just going to go in for a punch, actually. A hormone infused punch. I get advantage on this because that's how it works.
Sounds good.
Donovan, you king. All right. 29. I'm aiming for the body, by the way.
29 aiming for the body. Yes, absolutely that hits. Specifically the stand.
Yes. But it's Hamon, and we all know what happens to.
I will rule because it's a vampire. Yes, it
Yes.
still affects the stand. Yeah. Okay.
All right, pretty good. 11 radiant damage.
11 radiant. There's kind of this crackling as his flesh is kind of rended in an area, and you see he like opens his mouth and his fangs and prepares to hiss, but doesn't quite bring himself to do it. You see he kind of closes his mouth and just grits his teeth.
He might have
instead.
to, because as Donovan is able to smack him in the side of the ribs, as he gets to the door, Back in Black thumps down from the ceiling, and Wait goes in for the Kovesh strike. I think that's what it's called. Yeah.
Kopesh? Yep, absolutely. Yeah, go ahead.
Advantage on that one too. All right. Well, that wasn't that great, but aiming for body again. Okay, so that is going to be a 23.
23 hit.
Yeah.
And you're aiming for the head of the body.
Body. I guess.
Body. Yep, you hit.
All right. So good news. These lovely things. That's it. This is a D8 Kopesh, so that's 6 of these bad boys coming out.
Sounds good.
All right. I'm going to use my feature to reroll damage once.
Because of melee proficiency.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, that's quicker, I suppose. All right. So that's much better.
Real quick.
24 slashing damage.
24 slashing damage. Yeah, absolutely. You're able to you just cleave right into him, and you create essentially kind of this open wound. Kind of looks down. And now, I'm afraid it's time that I take my leave. As his full action, as his bonus action, he's going to bow. He's going to use the disengage action, and then he's going to use stand leap to move 50 meters away.
Yeah, I can't.
So he essentially launches himself across the
I don't
street.
really have anything to say about that. So
I'd take better than the next time forehead.
He got rid of all the people that had stand late that could follow him.
So Detective George arrives just about as Hound Dog kind of finishes bounding over the next house.
The issue is, he also has to
I'm here, Donovan. What's up?
3 people who
he took them.
Okay.
That was Hound Dog. He is he's a high-ranking stand user in the Beating Heart. We got rid of him a while ago, but then he was brought back as a vampire, and he's only gotten stronger. And he took Steve and Nikki and Damien.
Do you think we'll be able to fight him alone?
No.
Yes.
Do you want to go back to the escape and get some
don't want to leave them alone for too long.
That said, Sterling would be handy.
Okay.
But
You're okay. They're gonna be okay. They've gotten out of worse situations, I'm sure.
Donovan puffs out his chest. Normally, something like this would shake a less mature Donovan, but Donovan puffs out his chest as his scarf flows backwards. I'm gonna make damn sure they're okay. Come on.
Alright, so the three of you set off, beginning to track down Hound Dog. So, the three of you. Steve, you kind of... your head's kind of groggy. You open your eyes and you realize that you are stuck against the wall of Heartbreak Hotel yet again. You aren't able to properly break out. There's some kind of force that is keeping you there. After a couple seconds, Nikki appears. Also trapped in the walls of Heartbreak Hotel.
No, he's stuck in the walls!
And
this time they're real.
Finally, after an even longer period of time, Damien pops in.
Damien pops in. Fuck. That figures.
Nikki, dang it.
Been a while.
Just trying with all his might, especially now that he has like Act 3. He's trying with all his might to just.
Steve,
Hey, he's redecorating.
Steve, honey,
I don't like it.
I will say, because of you are not able to summon your stands in this particular area of Heartbreak Hotel, you have to use your own strength. That's part of the ability.
Right.
Nikki, what's up?
Can I muscle contract using my Healy spin ball?
I'm gonna say as you begin attempting that, something else happens. So the three of you are kind of bound in this position to the walls of Heartbreak Hotel, each of you to a different wall, and all of a sudden you see the windows, the shutters, close. And you are all released from the bonds. And you kind of stand on the floor of Heartbreak Hotel. Damien, give me a history check.
I didn't get to look around here last time. Oh, that's pretty good. 19.
So you're in kind of this one-room area. It's very familiar to how it used to be. You remember this area. It's almost identical with a couple key differences. First off, there is a red light, and instead of having this kind of carpeted area below you, it is wooden floorboards. And the three of you kind of look around.
You got some nice floor.
As
The wallpaper's still ugly.
the wallpaper's still so fucking ugly, and the red lighting does not help.
Why did he choose this wallpaper?
I guess he's not worried about the aesthetic of it, but man,
We gotta get out of here.
I'm gonna give some terrible reviews for this place on Yelp.
I'm gonna vomit if I stay here.
Can I make a history check to remember how we got out last time?
Please do.
Because remembering how the ability works and what the trigger is for.
I would actually say this is an
Arcana.
Arcana check, but I'll give you advantage because you've been affected by the ability before.
Right. Okay. That's much, much better. That is going to be 24.
Yes, the way you managed to break out last time is you just had to use your own strength to kind of fight against their strengths, and once you broke out, you were able to escape Heartbreak Hotel. However,
But the shutters weren't closed then.
it seems as though something is different, and as you come to this realization that something is very, very wrong, you look down and witness the floorboards open up underneath you in like alternating pattern,
Oh fuck, it's Monster House.
and you drop.
Oh.
What's up?
Should I try to catch the floorboard?
It is like
Okay.
near instant, and by the time that you would even be able to grab the floorboard, it like all the way into the wall.
Okay, cool.
So
Good.
and you can hear as you all fall and as you see your vision kind of fade into black, you hear Heartbreak Hotel. Feel so lonely. Nikki,
I mean,
you wake up.
Murphy's Law.
You're in a bed.
No, that's Kate.
It's not a particularly comfortable one. You look around and you realize that this room is wrong. Something about it isn't quite right. And as you kind of come into consciousness and get your bearings, you realize that there are no colors in this place except for black, white, and red.
Oh, thank goodness they got rid of that awful fucking wallpaper.
The wallpaper's still there.
I get it. This is the answer to the joke. What's black and white and red all over?
Heartbreak Hotel! And so, Nikki, you kind of look around and you realize that you are in a decently middle-end hotel room. You kind of look around, you feel the springs on the bed, you realize they're not quite firm enough, not quite soft enough. You feel like you'd get kind of a restless night of sleep, but you'd still be able to rest on it.
This is like 2 stars, maybe 3.
Send you guys to the
Give me this awful review on Yelp. How the fuck do I get out of here?
Give me a perception check real quick.
Perception. I'm kind of decent at this, actually. I'm even proficient.
I can't believe he sent you guys to Mementos from Bystanders 5.
Oh god. Let's see.
Is that droning Mementos theme
25.
playing?
No, we'll get to that.
25.
25? It takes a bit, the adrenaline's still kind of pumping through you, you're looking around, and you come to the realization that it is dead silent.
Hate
In
that.
fact, the only thing you can hear is your heartbeat in your ears.
I hate that. I really don't.
I
like
take
that.
it. I still can't summon my stand.
You can summon your stand now.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, you can summon CRX. And you have all of the equipment you had on you when you entered the hotel.
Am I just confined to the room that I'm in currently?
No, you are not. You see that this room kind of has 2 different doors to it. You can see one that appears to be kind of a bathroom door and one that appears to be some kind of exit.
I'm going to search.
Or not necessarily an exit, but like an exit to the room.
I'm going to search for. I'm going to open up the bathroom first.
Absolutely, yeah. You walk over to the bathroom and you see it's a pretty decent bathroom. There's a tub that's reasonable size. I'd say you could probably fit in the bathtub pretty comfortably. The water is kind of dripping slowly from the sink faucet. And, there's a nice mirror, some kind of shitty 1-ply toilet paper, as well as just like general hotel accessories like shampoo, conditioner, all that stuff.
I'm taking the shampoo and conditioner.
Okay, yeah, grab them, absolutely.
Base.
You just-
And then I am leaving the room.
Sounds good. So, you walk outside of the room, and you look over at your room number. Nikki, you find yourself in room 250,507W.
Hold on, let me write that down.
250,507W.
Okay, cool.
And that is where you find yourself, and you look, and you realize that the hallway just stretches to either side. It is just a flat stretch as far as you can see to either side of you. And as you're kind of fathoming this, you see the doors of the hotel begin to open. And we'll come back to you.
Yo.
Steve.
Fucking Hilbert's whatever hotel. I don't know what it's
fuck.
called.
Steve, you awaken in a similar situation, kind of in a room. You've got a bed that's not quite firm or soft enough to be comfortable. You wake up in this grayscale area, but you can also see there's varying shades of red as well.
He's gonna feel around, realizes he's got his bat and stuff on him. Okay, I've got my stuff. He's just gonna keep looking around. Yeah.
And then I will also say that both of you realize that you all retain your normal color from the outside world. You all look the exact same. It's just the things within the hotel that are this kind of combination of shades of black and white and red. Steve, is there anything you'd like to do to try to kind of figure out your immediate surroundings?
First of all, he's looking back at the hotel, or at the windows that closed previously. You said they're open now?
This is a completely different area.
Okay.
You go over to where the window is. You see the blinds are closed.
Steve's gonna open them. What does he see?
Just concrete.
That's right.
Act 3.
I'm getting 1.5 stars on Yelp.
You punch into the wall, and you hit the glass, and a small crack appears in it.
Can I do a melee barrage?
Absolutely, you can.
All right. I mean, do I need to roll for that?
You don't need to roll for this. Just go ahead and do it.
Shady, yada, 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 and he's just.
You absolutely fucking wail on this window, and after about 15 seconds or so, you're eventually able to shatter it, and your stand hits the concrete.
It took that long to just break a window. I don't know if I want to fuck with the concrete.
We have 3 power types. I'm sure we can fuck up the concrete.
So after I break the window, am I able to phase my stand through the concrete?
No.
Okay.
You come against a wall. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check to try to figure out
Gross,
why.
dude.
I also do want to try something after that. Arcana, you said? That's 14.
What's up?
14 for Arcana.
14 Arcana check? Okay. Basically, you come to the conclusion that the area of Heartbreak Hotel you were in kind of all that like red lighting. This is a similar area. You're in kind of a hotel space. This entire hotel is part of Heartbreak Hotel, the stand.
That tracks.
And therefore takes considerable effort to damage, even from a stand user.
That tracks.
And it also means that mundane objects cannot break it.
Okay. Steve, okay, with that in mind, he's using, like, Act 3 to kind of look around. Well, I guess Act 2. Whatever.
And keep in mind, you're not able to pass through walls.
Right. So with the space between the window and the concrete, or like the window was in there.
There's no space. It's like flush up against
It's flush, so that I can't like look out and like to the sides.
No, it's just like flush.
Okay.
A room with a view.
With this in mind, Steve's gonna.
Makes you wonder what the purpose of the window is.
Okay.
Fire
After
out.
that revelation, he's going to kind of do what Nikki did and just kind of look around in the rooms and stuff. Observe everything that's in there, the bathrooms, all of it, and eventually make his way out to the main hallway.
Okay, yeah. So
Does
you
he
kind of
see
examine
anything out of the
area.
ordinary? Like this?
It appears to be a decently middle-of-the-road hotel room. You know, it's got some basic amenities.
Yeah.
It's got some kind of crappy stuff. Steve, you realize that as you're kind of walking around, not only is it silent, but also you don't smell anything other than your own deodorant
Yeah.
and kind of your body odor. But like, other than that, it just
He's
there's
gonna,
no
like,
smell.
He kind of touches the walls. Is there like is there a sensation like feeling things?
There absolutely is a sensation, but it is muted.
Interesting. Good to know.
It's like the opposite of touch too.
Yeah.
So Steve, you, I imagine, step out of your hotel room as well?
Yeah.
You look over and you see that your room is 115,458 east.
Oh Christ.
115458 E.
I think I should have taken veteran sprinter. All right. Anyway.
Damien, you come to in a hotel room. It's a bed that's not quite comfortable, and as kind of a middle-aged man, your back's not treating you super well.
Oh, I need a chiropractor.
After you kind of get up off the bed, you're okay, but
Oh, it's way too fucking quiet here. I do not like that.
Just start screaming.
I mean that would make sound.
Damien pats himself and he realizes he has his equipment on and he kind of grins and he goes, "Oh, you shouldn't have left me with this." He takes out propane nightmares and just starts to try to torch the room.
The fire just cascades off of it.
Mercy! Let me try this! He's just gonna deck the wall.
Yeah, you just deck the wall, and for the first time, you don't break through it. You see, like, a hole in a bit of the drywall, but... or
The
like,
hotel is a stand! Oh, wait, I knew that.
perfect.
Hello, wisdom dust, motherfucker.
So, we're gonna
Alright,
go back
fuck this.
to...
He's gonna kick the fucking door open and check his room number.
Absolutely. You actually aren't able to kick the door open without properly opening it first.
I hate this! This place sucks! It's quiet, I can't break anything. What the hell is up with this?
7.
So you open the door. Nikki.
Well, what's my room number?
Oh, so, I'm so sorry. Your room number is 197,453 in.
I was so hoping you'd just be one.
What the hell is this? Are these fucking coordinates?
So Nikki, you step out of your room and you look kind of to the left and kind of the right, and you realize that some of these doors are opening, and outside you see, or from these doors, you see some of the inhabitants of Heartbreak Hotel. You see this
The entities.
creature emerge from the door across from you. You see it's wearing a relatively normal set of clothing. It's the same color scheme as the world around it. It appears to be kind of a businessman with like a suit and tie, a decently nice hat, but you can see that all of their skin and their face is the texture of like a cloth rucksack. And you see the man kind of looks over to you, tips your hat, and begins walking, but you notice that as he walks, the footsteps make no noise.
Hey, Point Jackson, can you help me navigate this place?
He kind of, you see he kind of turns over towards you and then...
You know what? I shouldn't have bothered you. You be on your way.
Man, this place is
And I
like...
veteran sprint the opposite.
And this place is like designed to piss Damien off. He
Uh,
can't break
not-
anything, and it's silent.
Not necessarily. However, that's how it ended up. So, you all kind of get your bearings, look around, and a few minutes go by. Donovan. So you are there.
I'm driving the conversion van. Did we decide to go chase after Hound Dog, or are we going after the escape? I don't remember.
That is up to you. Basically, it is up to you on whether you want to kind of circle back, gather a proper team, or whether you want to just go now with Guy and...
How far away is the
It's
escape
Nikki,
from?
Steve, and Damien. How worried are you?
For Steve?
Oh, you know what?
How
That's
far
fair.
away is the escape from Detective George's house?
Like 6 minutes.
6 minutes?
It's like a quick drive.
I'm taking Donovan's scarf glows indigo as I start driving recklessly.
Oh, God. Okay, yeah.
He pulls out his phone as he's driving. Pick up Sterling. Pick up.
This is Sterling. What do you want?
It's Donovan. We have a Hound Dog problem.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
He took Damien, Steve, and Nikki.
Okay.
I'm circling back to the escape right now, then we're going after him.
Sounds good.
This is a reverse Backstreet Boy.
Yeah.
So, Donovan, you pull up to the escape, and something I will allow you to do for the sake of action economy and also for my sanity, I will let you take 2 NPCs with you.
Alright, so I already got George and Shotgun Cop in the car.
Uh-huh.
Does George count as one or no?
Not Shotgun Guy.
Oh, Guy. Well,
Shotgun Cobb's been moved to a safe, secure location.
Oh, okay. He's in the safe.
He is not able to...
In the car with me is Detective George and Guy.
Yes. I will say... Yeah, you can take up to 2 NPCs, and from the way that Hound Dog kind of was looking around and treating you, you realize that he's not in any sort of hurry to fight you. So you're going to need a team to track him down.
Are you counting George as one of the NPCs?
Yes.
Okay, I thought it was implicit that she was coming.
If you would... Yeah, so you get to choose any 2 NPCs. The people who are notoriously good at tracking, I've created a short list, so basically you don't have to go in and ask every NPC if they have tracking skills. The short list of people who would be competent trackers consist of Detective George, Sterling,
Taking her.
Dawn Eagle, and Brandy. All of them have tracking abilities.
Is Dawn Eagle on the escape?
You might be able to contact him because you do have his contact info.
It's true.
And like I said, I will allow you to take 2 party members with you.
I'm going to take Detective George and Sterling.
Okay, you got Detective George and Sterling. Sounds good.
Sorry, Guy, you're getting benched. This is a bit of bit too much for a first undead encounter for you.
You did great, though.
I mean, everything considered, all those bones I managed to knit back together.
You're doing great. He holds up his fist for like a thump.
Yeah, he boom, hits it back. I'm gonna make
You
a
guys
big old
seen
plate
this-
of... You hear Guy, like, shouting as you all drive away, I'm making a big plate of eggs when you get back!
You guys know those metal balls that when you clack them together they make like a spark?
Yeah.
When you guys fist bump, there's like a spark of emotion.
Yeah, and so the 3 of you begin to tear off across Travago, getting back to that same area. So, we're gonna cut back to the folks trapped in the hotel. So, you realize as you're kind of walking around, it's been an hour, and you're still inside the hotel.
Man, this place is like a proper hotel, huh? I'm getting fucking sick of walking around it. It's so quiet here. Ah!
Is there any particular direction you're interested in going? Anything you know in particular? I will say...
Damien noticed that his room number ended with an N. He is going to assume that means north, and he's going to try to walk so that the room numbers are decrementing.
Yeah.
So they're going down.
Yes.
Going
I'm
towards
also
0.
going down to 0.
Absolutely.
I
Okay.
think Steve would also come to that same conclusion. And
That said, walking down past almost 200,000 rooms sounds horrible, but, you know,
Sure, if you're
whatever.
not a veteran sprinter.
Yep.
I mean, we all have stand lead,
You could
so that
probably
should help.
decrease all of your own gravity and just Adam Warlock last leap yourself down the hallway.
Yeah, no, that is the intention with Last Leaf, is that he can basically fly with it. So yes, he's going to do that. Damien's going to activate his ability on himself, make himself weightless, and Last Leaf himself down the hallway so he doesn't have to walk.
The hallways of Heartbreak Hotel are not large enough to fly down without running into inhabitants.
Damien doesn't care. What the fuck did he give a shit about?
Okay,
You guys seen
so
Invincible?
I will say, you, start flying, and Damien, you and your stand hit, and your stand impacts.
But Damien doesn't.
I would say Damien does as well.
Okay.
And again, noticeably, these inhabitants also appear to be a part of Heartbreak Hotel. And so you, like, pop into them, and both of you kind of tumble.
You ever crashed a car going 90 miles an hour into, like, one of those... into, like, a post that goes into the ground?
Damien's going to look at the inhabitant. He's going to, like, get up and dust himself off. Ugh. Alright, I might have to deal with you. And he's going to pull out one of his gun chucks. Do you react to this? Okay, good. Now Damien is going to use his ability again and start flying, but this time he's going to hold out both gun chucks and just start firing forward so people get out of his way.
Oh my god, okay, yeah.
Get out of my way!
Okay, here's the thing. So, you begin to fire your gun chucks, and...
On the bright side,
it makes like a loud noise, and the inhabitants kind of turn and begin to flee, but then you actually manage to catch one of them with a pellet, and it just bounces off of them.
That's fine, I just need him to be scared.
Okay, yeah. So you're able to travel a pretty considerable distance pretty quickly, but I'd imagine it's very tiring for you.
Yeah.
So you'd have to stop and make regular breaks. Absolutely. Yeah. Donovan.
Okay.
Or sorry, not Donovan.
Steve. I would imagine Nikki can traverse quickly as well, and Damien's using that method. Steve has his Act 3, which he can use Stand Leap with, so that should help. Other than that, he does not have a method quite so quick, so it's going to take him a bit longer. But he will start making his way, dodging people. Yeah.
Yeah, and because you're walking, you're able to, like, very easily circumvent the inhabitants. Like, it's just a person once in a while. Like, you're not looking to...
How tall is the ceiling?
Shoot down.
I am better.
The ceiling's about 7 feet tall, so that's about 2 meters.
Is there enough room for me to, like, essentially bounce off the sides of the room, like stand leaping across and, like, avoiding all the people?
It would take a lot of focus, and you'd tire very quickly, but you absolutely could if you need, like, a burst of speed.
He would start doing that probably a good way into it, realize I can't keep this up, and start walking. Is probably what would happen.
Nikki. Yeah, Nikki, you're just booking it. Yeah, and you just all the way down. So yeah, you run, and eventually you realize that several hours have passed.
Are the room numbers, like, properly decrementing? Like, are we getting near 0?
Yeah, they're properly decrementing, but as you get closer to 0, you see the rooms are spaced, like, slightly farther apart.
Oh no.
Christ.
Oh
no.
It's infinite.
I think this limit might be approaching 0.
It's not.
No.
I will say it's not exponential. It's just a slight increase.
So it doesn't seem like I'm never gonna get to 0.
You'll get there eventually.
Right.
It'll just take a
It's
while.
just taking longer than expected.
Yes.
I'm gonna beat this motherfucker, I swear to God.
Whoever gets to 0 first wins. I know I can't communicate that to them, but I'm sure Nikki knows at least.
Speaking of Nikki, yeah, you said you're just sprinting down.
In that case.
And yeah, you all make your way, and eventually you all kind of get tired. You have to stop for, I would imagine, just food and rest. And you realize
Do we have food?
Probably not.
Within Heartbreak Hotel, there actually is food.
Oh, good.
You can see that there are stocked mini fridges as well within the rooms themselves, which mainly contain just like.
Are we able to
various
eat
snacks.
it?
Hound Dog special ability
If
is the
it's
hidden
stand
things you get
food?
from having them to
You
restock.
are
that
able to
food.
eat it. You're able to consume it. However, the texture doesn't quite feel right,
I hate this place.
and
God.
the flavor is like barely there. But it is nourishing.
LaCroix food, yeah.
It is
Do the-
nourishing, though.
do the vending
you do
machines-
feel
That's-
better after eating it.
That's interesting that it's nourishing.
Do the vending machines only have LaCroix in them?
No, the vending machines are regular vending
Okay.
machines, but
Basically.
Damon's gonna take like
they're
one
basically
bite.
LaCroix.
Damon's gonna take like one bite of a snack bar, spit it out, and then refuse to eat anything else in this place.
Good luck with that.
You fool!
Steve lives with LaCroix, or used to anyway. He's
Honestly,
sorry.
Steve's probably
He's
not
probably
doing so
fine.
bad.
fine.
Damien will eat enough to nourish himself, but he's not happy about
Tastes
it.
like home.
Damien completely suffering. Nikki having an okay time. Steve just chilling.
Yeah.
This is white
He's
people
like,
food.
This is white people.
we have Damien. Oh,
Nice.
Nikki. And Steve walking by. Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me.
Sipping on LaCroix.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Awful.
Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna squeeze by you here.
I completely neglected to mention the people's faces or the inhabitants' faces are completely like textureless.
Yeah.
There is no facial features or anything.
We're talking like
They're all-
like the question.
I was just
exactly
about to say
like
that.
the question, but like with kind of a rucksack cloth kind of.
Or like
vibe.
burlap sack.
You have
Sorry, burlap sack. Yes.
Maggie, you haven't done a great job of making a place that sounds absolutely awful to be in.
Yeah.
In a really interesting way.
But
This sounds like a fucking SCP. In fact, I think I've read about an SCP that's very similar to this.
Yeah, I don't want to be in the Sin City color palette.
too bad. So every about 100 rooms, you all realize that there's a pattern. Once you get to like the room, like 00, or the last two digits, you see a complex. There's a bunch of rooms, and then there's some kind of large like area.
I got
like a
that
fucking
7
TARDIS.
rooms in.
This area has a bunch of amenities. You can see like a spot for office spaces and cubicles, a recreation lounge, a bar. There's a few restaurants. There's a gym. There's
There's a
pool.
bar? How strong is the alcohol in this place?
It is so weak.
I knew you were
It's weak and it's bland, but you can still get drunk off of it.
God, I hate this place. Damon grabs a handle of Fireball and is just kind of chugging out of it as he walks
The bartender
down the hall.
kind
It
of
tastes more like a firecracker.
They use prestidigitation.
points at you.
Gun.
Me showing the residents of Heartbreak Hotel my 100% off coupon.
I didn't bring money into this place with me, alright? Damien just does this and then floats away.
For those at home, this is a shrug.
He just shrugs and floats
Also,
away.
something all of you realize after the first couple hours pass, there's no clocks
Of course.
Don't need them.
and there's no writing.
Really?
You see that there are people like reading newspapers and stuff, but they're entirely blank.
Aside from the room numbers.
Aside from the room numbers, there's no like writing or text.
That's bizarre.
What's up?
Let me check the time real quick. I bring out my phone and check the time.
Do we get signal
How
in here?
much time has passed? You don't need signal to check.
I
the
know.
time.
So actually, you don't get a signal in here.
You don't need signal to check the time on your phone.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, no, you pull open your
Confused,
phone,
Maggie,
you check the time, and I imagine you've been in here for about 3 hours. You see it's about 3 minutes past the time you arrived
Oh,
at...
fuck.
Oh.
No, fuck.
I'm not even halfway
George's
back to
house.
the escape at this point in time.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
We're inceptioning this bitch. Okay.
Yeah, so, Nikki, you are essentially able to figure out that there is some kind of time dilation happening, but you were
That's
not able to
fine.
communicate that to the others. Additionally, you're not able to find a phone charger for your phone,
No!
because they use different kinds of chargers.
It's
and
It's a good thing pager batteries last longer.
I didn't expect to get any worse. It's European! Is that a lightning cable?
all of them use Apple
They
products.
only have
I have great news, Steve, the one kid that would have like
You fool. It's an iPhone 4 charger.
Yeah.
And so,
Oh, Christ.
all of you
Why?
kind of move along, take a look, and eventually it gets to the point where the inhabitants begin to go to bed, and you see half the hotel, or like half the lights in the hotel hallways just pop off.
Damien can conserve ammo on his gun chucks now. Ah, man, now it's quiet again. I guess I'll just yell really loudly as I fly down the hallway.
Just some guy sleeping as a Doppler effect.
That's such a great
You see
visual
a bunch of like really pissed looking. Or I will say, like from their body language, you can tell they're like clearly upset at having been woken up at like.
They open their door to look out. There's just a very large man rocketing.
Yeah. Yeah. So y'all just, Damien, you're able to just continue shooting, but after a while, you do notice yourself starting to get tired.
I don't really want to sleep in this place, but I gotta.
I'm not going back to my room number.
Okay, are any of the rooms vacant, or do they all have inhabitants in them?
Actually, quite a few of them are vacant.
Okay, good. I thought I was gonna have to spoon someone.
You're.
Just like a villager, break the bed, chop them outside.
So yeah, Damien, you're able to find an empty room. You see that as you kind of reach towards the knob of the door.
What room number did I reach before having to... I started at 197,000.
Yeah, you were able to get... I'd say you're able to move through a few hundred rooms pretty effectively.
Oh, a few hundred?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And
In
like I
3
said, they're getting
hours?
slowly kind of apart.
Right.
This is after like a day's travel.
So in a day, I made a couple hundred. Oh, fuck.
This is insane.
So yeah.
Well, at this rate, it's gonna take me several weeks, maybe several months. I'm not doing the math.
This is some traveler shit. I
So-
love it.
Let me actually do that calculation while Damien sleeps.
Absolutely.
I'm going into the first room I see.
Yeah, you just pop in the first vacant room. It's empty. It is near identical to the one you woke up
It
in.
didn't have to be vacant.
It would,
Oh, you just the first room you see. Okay, yeah.
At that rate, even at the speed Damien's traveling, it would probably take him well over a year
I have a
to
question.
get all the way to 0.
I don't know how noticeable this would be at first, but I guess it would be like over time. How fast are like biological processes happening? Like, it, for instance, is like
Like, are we
Damien
getting
or maybe
hungry?
Steve and Nicky? Are we like growing facial hair? Like,
Well, I don't know if enough time has passed to tell that, but like,
I
are
mean,
we?
we're getting to that point.
I would
we're
say
getting
Damien-
hungry at regular
Damien,
intervals.
you're starting to grow a 5 o'clock shadow. Yeah.
So there, it does like affect us biologically,
Yeah.
which means we're also aging.
Yeah.
Okay.
This could be a problem if it takes me well over a year to get to 0.
Yeah, Nicky
Yeah.
just.
Yeah.
And all of you tuck in for the first night, for your first night of the stay of Heartbreak Hotel.
Yeah.
You all kind of hit the bed. And
Damien is going to check the lieutenant phone to see. He's first off going to see the time when he opens it up, and he's
Steve?
also going to check to see if there's anything going on there. If he can call George.
so I'd say it's probably about 12 hours since you entered the hotel. 12 minutes have passed since you have encountered.
I'm back at the
combat.
house.
So
So
you
it's
are now
roughly
back at
1
the
hour.
house.
So it's roughly 1 hour per minute. At this rate, I sure fucking hope Donovan gets here before I have to make it all the way to 0.
Steve tries for a solid like 30 minutes to try and smooth out his bed.
I
with his
assume I
stand
can't.
to like sleep in.
Nope.
I assume I can't get a call out.
It never quite gets as comfortable as you want.
God.
Of course.
And if you swap your senses, it's gonna feel like a minute
It
version
just
of that.
it just is like different.
That might actually be in your favor. Then you won't be nearly as comfortable. You just be so fucking. Can someone give me a chode bread?
I would also like one. I assume I can't get a phone call out.
We all like chode.
No, you have no signal in this place.
Yeah.
We're JoJo players, Donovan.
We're chode chums.
And I imagine Steve.
Oh, Joe
yeah.
Jones.
So all of you are able to get a night's rest, but it is kind of restless. You all
I was
kind of
getting
toss
one
and
myself,
turn
but
throughout
that's
the
fine.
evening, but it's
Thank you.
nourishing enough that you wake up the next day and feel pretty decently rested.
Oh, time for another day of screaming and flying down the hallway. Let's do this, brother. Ah!
That's
True.
the one.
The first person I come in contact with when I wake up.
Mhm.
Where is the exit?
Yeah, you kind of ask that to them, and they
Just point it.
just shrug.
How do they know? They've been here forever. They have no reason to leave.
I guess I start booking it towards 0 again.
This definitely feels
I
like a
don't-
roach motel. You check in, but you don't check out.
True.
But you
Oh.
can never leave.
I see.
We're not,
This
passing,
is
we're not
a
passing in
shit.
like stairs or elevators or anything convenient.
It's
like
all
that.
one floor,
All one
as far as you can tell.
Yeah.
Other than the complexes, which are kind of this larger area, every about 100 floors.
There aren't. You said there's no writing anywhere, so I assume there's no maps or anything.
None that you can find. So,
Are there like Bibles in the drawers in the rooms? I know that's a thing hotels do.
They're gonna be blank.
actually, about that.
Oh,
So, Damien, you open the drawer
on the nightstand or whatever.
on the nightstand, and you see some kind of book.
Ah, just gonna flip through it.
You can see that it's just one phrase repeated over and over and over again for 500 pages. I will make him suffer.
I see that.
Well, that's concerning. The only writing I've seen in this place, and it's extremely ominous. All right.
Can I do an Arcana check on the people?
Absolutely, you can. Go ahead. What are you trying to do? What are you trying to determine?
If I am becoming one.
Go ahead and give me that check. I would actually say in this case that is a nature check.
Nature?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Well, Nikki is notably good at witnessing it at this point, so.
Win 15.
15, yeah, that's enough. You're able to look around and you
style?
realize that all of the objects that you brought in with you, as well as yourself, is still that exact same, like the exact same colors they were within the outside world. However, the inhabitants are stuck within that kind of grayscale and red area.
Okay.
You feel as though, I mean, as far as you can tell right now, nothing like that is happening.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, if our color starts draining, that's going to be a problem. I don't want to be a sack person. I don't want to be a sack person.
I don't want to be in Little Big Planet.
No!
You're going to Little Big Planet.
No!
So, Donovan, we will cut back to you, my friend. So you arrive.
Since 12 minutes have passed, it means I just make it back to Detective George's house, and I zoom by it.
I will say, outside of the kind of wreckage that used to be Detective George's house, well, not necessarily a wreckage, but a lot of the house has been disheveled and
The
destroyed.
resale value has gone down.
You see a man kind of like poking and looking around throughout the house.
Yo-ho.
Donovan doesn't know who would be looking around at this alley, so he stops the car, and then he 1 second. He takes out the Hot 154 off of his back.
Detective George also pulls out her pistol and kind of keeps her distance within the vehicle.
Yeah. Donovan's gonna get out.
Okay. So as you walk closer to this man, you can see kind of the back of his head. He has thick black hair tied back in a ponytail. He doesn't appear to be anyone that you recognize.
Excuse me?
Huh? Oh. I'm so sorry. He turns to you, and you see a Canadian man of lean build and moderate height. He has thick black hair tied back in a ponytail. He's got sunglasses, a tank top, and bell-bottom pants. You also see a large revolver attached to his hip.
All right. Donovan looked at his revolver, respects the muscle pretty much.
Kind of nods. Well, I mean, it's really more of a hand cannon, but yeah.
Mine too.
Regardless.
You got a reason to be poking around there?
Well, you see, I actually had an incident happen recently, and the MO is kind of looking similar. I'm just trying to take a look at this kind of area, see if I can get any clues from it. What are you doing here?
MO meaning...
MO is just like the way that
Oh.
things went about.
Modus
A lot of like the destruction is reminiscent of something they've seen before.
Well, my name's not important. I was,
In that case, my name also isn't important.
Base.
well, I don't know if I can trust you quite yet. This was a work of a... Alright, time to roll stand user vibes.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, give me a roll.
I hope he doesn't have clever disguise.
what kind of vibe... What do I roll for this, for stand user vibes?
Go ahead and give me an insight check.
Insight?
Or Arcana?
5.
You roll a 5. You have no fucking clue what this man is doing here. And you have no idea if he's a stand user or not.
Well, this is a friend's house, and she called us to come help, and my friends did. Me and my friends and I did, and the man who did this took them, and I'm back here to try to track them down.
Took them how?
I mean, there's an easy way to test if he's a stand user or not.
Alright.
The Billy Joe method.
No. Donald doesn't know who Billy Joe Armstrong is.
Okay.
One second they were there, and the next second they were gone.
Yeah, that about lines up. Shit.
Is this guy a stand user meter, is it going towards the...
You're not quite sure yet. You see he kind of dusts off his pants. Well, that settles it. You have a few friends have been taken. I've had a friend who's been taken. Would you mind if I tagged along with you?
If you know how to use that gun.
You could say that, and in a motion so quick, you don't know if he properly removed it from his holster. You can see him kind of like just spin it around, just some crazy like revolver ocelot shit.
Oh God, okay.
And then eventually you see he actually throws the gun overhead and it lands in his holster.
You got some nice moves, no one important.
At this point, if we're going to be working together, you can know my name. My name's Bryce. It's nice to meet you.
Donovan.
Good stuff. Alright. I assume you're a stand user as well.
Alright. What?
Yeah.
Okay. You see, my strategy was I was going to go around, see if I could find any kind of destruction or anything. And I figured, stand users attract other stand users. That's just kind of the nature of it. I figured I'd run into someone eventually who'd be able to help.
Well, you did. If you know this is a stand, the user of this stand's name is Hound Dog.
Hound Dog. A big guy, kind of like a purplish suit? Purple
coat,
like
black
bearskin?
suit.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Yeah.
You encountered him.
Unfortunately so. That's why I'm trying to find my friend.
Well, let's find our friends together. I assume you know his ability then if you took him. I've experienced it before. He's, I assume he had a bit of an ashy disposition. Hound Dog, not your friend.
Yeah, he seemed off for some reason. His eyes were red. That's not something I've seen even in a lot of stand users.
He's, dead.
He's dead?
That's a way to put it.
Yeah. Undead. He used to be dead, now he isn't.
I'm sorry? Okay.
It's such a fun way to put it.
No, sorry. Yeah, I've caught that. Okay. Sorry, that's just not something I deal with a lot. My bad.
Yeah, thankfully we have our methods to deal with that, and he flashes the hamon, through his fingertips for a second.
That's that, that's that Hammond stuff, right?
I mean, I just call it the Ripple, but yeah, you're familiar with that too?
Ripple, Hammond, yeah, whatever.
You're pretty well traveled.
You could say that. I'm just a friend passing through.
Hamon, but he... Oh, no.
What did you say this guy's name was?
Bryce.
His name's Bryce.
And then, the Bryce and Donovan lovers are...
Oh, absolutely. All right, Bryce, let's get in the van.
Could I know your name?
Donovan Halen.
You did say that.
Well, I think you just said Donovan.
Well, in that case, my name is Bryce Lakeman.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Lakeman.
Pleasure to meet you as well. You see he kind of...
Yes, he's a member of the Lakers.
awkwardly shuffles into the car. You see Detective George and Sterling both kind of like look over kind of skeptically at him. He just kind of looks around. Well, evening, y'all.
This is Bryce. He's what'd you say?
I'm a friend passing through.
He's gonna help us catch Hound Dog.
I have someone who is also taken by Hound Dog, so we have a common interest right now. And you see Sterling kind of narrows his eyes, but just nods. Detective George. All right. I don't necessarily trust you, but if we have a common goal, I don't think we need to. Let's track him down.
Detective George, you don't trust Damien.
I don't.
All right.
He's a very trustworthy person.
Let's get going. And then we drive away with our new friend.
Absolutely. Okay, so
I don't hide anything. Hayden, why do you have an essential oil diffuser?
that's where the Legos are being sorted.
It's my mom's.
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't ask her.
Just barely.
And I think right there is a good place for us to end this recording.
Alright.
You all take care, have a lovely day, and if you don't go to sleep at your proper bedtime, I'll hit you with a brick.